Good morning, students. I hope whatever we have discussed in the last few videos, you have practiced it and you are watching video and completing your work in your copy. I have few requests of solving few questions again, as the students are having problem in understanding it. So in the starting of today's video, I'm solving those questions and then I'll go through the remaining questions of exercise 7b, and then I'm solving your last exercise 7c, in which we will discuss about discount. So let us first solve the questions in which you are having problem, then we will solve exercise 7b, and if time is there, then we will start exercise 7c again. So let's start the video. Yes class, so first of all we will discuss question number 15 of exercise 7a. Let us see what the question says. The question says, on selling 250 cassettes, a man had a gain equal to selling price of 25 cassettes. Find the gain percent. Here nothing is given, neither a cost price of the cassette is given nor the selling price of cassette given. Only total cassettes 250 have been sold, and while selling all the cassettes, a person gets profit which is equal to selling price of 25 cassettes. So in this case we have to suppose let the selling price of one cassette is rupees X. Now it is given that gain is selling price of 25 cassettes. Gain is equal to selling price of 25 cassettes. So if one cassette sold with rupees X, so 25 cassettes will cost 25 into X. So I have written that the total cassette sold is 250. So cost price of 250 cassette will be selling price of 225 cassette. I think you are not understanding this term, because else everything is in these two things are given, and this is the formula that we have used. And to find a gain percent, we need to find the gain and CP. Gain we know it is equal to 25x, but we don't know CP. So our purpose is first to find CP to calculate gain percentage. Now the cost price of, since 250 cassettes have been sold, so we need to find the cost price of how many cassettes? 250 cassettes. Now we know that formula of gain is equal to SP minus CP. So gain on 250 cassettes will be selling price of 250 cassettes and cost price of 250 cassettes. Okay, but gain is equal to SP of 25 cassettes. So in place of gain I have written, means on selling 250 cassettes, a person gain, whatever the gain on 250 cassette was equal to selling price of 25 cassettes. So in place of gain on 250 cassettes I have written SP of 25 cassette, and here SP of 250 cassette minus CP of 250 cassette is same. Then I will rearranging the term. I'll sending the selling price to the same side and cost price to the another side. So I'm sending this cost price of 250 cassettes from right hand side to left hand side. When it moves from this side to that, the minus sign in front of it will become plus. Okay, and similarly when this is moving from here to there, it is having plus sign, so it is now changing into minus sign. Now since both of these two things are same, selling price of cassettes, selling price of cassettes, so 225 goes from 255 will give you selling price of 225 cassettes. So in this way we get cost price of 250 cassettes is equal to selling price of 225 cassettes. Okay, because 25 cassette selling price you got in return of gain, so cost price of 250 cassettes become equal to selling price of 225 cassettes. If orally you are understanding, you can write it here. Okay, suppose it has been given that gain is equal to selling price of 30 cassettes, so cost price of 250 will equal to the selling price of 220. If it is given gain is equal to selling price of 50 cassette, then cost price of 250 will become equal to selling price of 200 cassettes. Okay, means these two sums should be total sold. Okay, so I have written directly. If you are not understanding it, you can note these things also in your in the last of the question, solution of the question. Okay, then we will apply the formula of gain percent. Gain upon CP into 100. Gain is 25x, CP is 225x. X cancel out, and cancelling all the terms, you get the answer 11 whole 1 upon 9 percentage. Okay, I hope now you are able to understand it. Now we will discuss the question 10 of exercise 7b. So first let us read the question. Question number 10 of exercise 7b is: a grocer bought sugar worth rupees 4,500. A grocer bought sugar of rupees 4,500, means cost price of sugar is this. He sold 1/3 of it at a gain of 10%. He sold 1/3 of the sugar with the profit of 10%. So we need to find first the cost price of 1/3 of sugar, which will be 1 upon 3 into cost of sugar. So it comes 1,500, and the profit is this. So here, using the formula of selling price, when the profit percentage is given, you are able to find selling price of 1/3 of sugar, which will be 100 plus profit percent upon 100 into CP. Then you will put all the terms here, and by solving you will get 1,650. Means the selling price of 1/3 sugar is this. Then it is given in the question, at what gain percent the remaining sugar be sold to have a 12% gain on the whole transaction. Transaction is not written, it means on the whole transaction how much, if you want a profit of 12%, then the remaining part should be sold with what percent. Okay, so remaining part is what, 1/3 is sold, already sold, so the remaining will be 2/3. So the cost price of remaining sugar will be 2 upon 3 into 4,500, or you can simply minus 1,500 from 4,500, you will get 3,000. Whatever you will do, you will get the same thing as the cost price of remaining sugar. Now we have supposed, let x be the gain percent on which the remaining sugar be sold in order to have a profit of 12% on the whole transaction. So in this case, when we have a gain percent equal to x and cost price which is equal to 3,000, we will use the formula of selling price, and we will find the selling price of the remaining sugar. In terms of x, we will get 3,000 plus 30x. Then it is given that the selling price of whole transaction should be 12%. The selling price of whole transaction should be 12%. So we will find the selling price in that case to have a gain of 12%. We find selling price, we use the formula here. In place of profit percent, we put 12, and the cost price is the cost price of total sugar what the grocer bought, not 1/3, not 2/3, total. So we will find the selling price is means by purchasing sugar of worth rupees 4,500, if it's sold with rupees 5,040 only, then we are able to have a gain of 12%. So this total selling price will equal to selling price of 1/3 sugar and selling price of 2/3 sugar. Okay, the selling price of 1/3 sugar is this much, and of the 2/3 sugar is this much. So we will solve this equation in which x is variable. By solving it, we will get the value of x as 13. Since we have supposed x as in percentage, so answer will also come in percentage, as x is equal to 13%. Okay, I hope now you are able to understand both the questions. Now let us move towards the exercise 7b, in which we are going to solve question number 17. So let us open your book, exercise 7b, see question number 17. Up to question number 14 we have solved in the last video. Question number 15 and 16 are exactly same as we have solved question number 6. So for your practice, you can see question number 6 for solving exercise question number 15 and 16. Now see question number 17. By selling 45 lemons for rupees 40, a man loses 20%. It is said, if a person sold 45 lemons for rupees 40, he had a loss of 20%. How many should be sell? How many should be sell means how many lemons should be sell for rupees 24 to gain 20% on the transaction. Then it is asked that how many lemons should be sold for rupees 24 in order to have a gain of 20%. So first I have written that the selling price of 45 lemon is rupees 40 and the loss is 20%. We don't know the cost price of 45 lemon. So in order to find the cost price of 45 lemon, we will use the formula of this. So putting the values whatever we are having, 100 upon 100 minus loss percentage is 20 and the selling price is 40. We will solve 100 upon 80 into 40. Now 40 ones are 40 twos are and 2 ones are 2 fives are and 0. So we get cost price of 45 lemon is rupees 50. Now what is asked? It is asked how many lemon should be sold for rupees 24 to have a gain of 20%. So whatever is asked, we suppose it as X. Whatever is asked in the question, we suppose it as X. I told you it earlier. So we will write suppose X lemon should be sold for rupees 24 to have a gain of 20% as. So I have written suppose X lemon should be sell for rupees 25 to have a gain of 20%. That is selling price of X lemon is 24 and gain is 20%. Now first we find the cost price of X lemons, because if we are talking about X lemons, the selling price of X lemon is 24, then we need to find the cost price of X lemon. And earlier we found the cost price of 45 lemon is 50. So from there we will find cost price of X lemon. You know by unitary method that cost price of one lemon is total divided by number. So the cost price of X lemon will be, when you cancel it, it comes out to be 10 upon 9. So 10 upon 9 into X. Now we will use the formula selling price is 100 plus gain percent upon 100 into CP. But selling price of X lemon is 24. So in place of selling price we put 24. Gain percent we put 20. And in place of CP we put what we calculated, 10 upon 9 into X. Now we will solve it. 120 upon 100 into 10 upon 9 into X. Now 0 goes with 0, this 0 goes with this 0, and 12 and 9 cancels with 3. 3 4s are 3 3s are. So here we get 4 upon 3 X, and here 24 is still 24. Now in order to find value of X, you can write or 4 upon 3 X is equal to 24, or X is equal to 24 into, it goes here from here to there, it will reciprocal, 3 upon 4, 4 6 are, so it's come out to be 18. So the value of X comes out to be 18. And what we suppose it, number of lemons, suppose X lemon should be sold for rupees 24. So the how many lemons should be sold for rupees 24? Your answer will be 18. So this is your answer. Okay. Now homework under this section will be question number 18. Okay. Similarly, as we have solved 17, you will solve question 18. Now let us read question number 19 from the book. First we read question 19. A man sold a toaster at a profit of 10%. It is given that a man sold toaster with the profit of 10%. Had he purchased it for 5% less, if he has purchased it with 5% less and sold it for 56 more, means whatever the amount he sold with profit of 10%, if he sold with 56 rupees more than that, then he could have a gain of 25%. For how much did he buy it? For how much did he buy it? Buy it means selling cost price. They are asking cost price. So I told you whatever is asked in the question, we suppose it as X. So we suppose cost price of the toaster as X. Now in first case, when selling price, in that case when the profit is 10%, then we use the formula of selling price and we put all the values. 100 plus 10 upon 100 into CP is X. Then when it's solved, it come out to be 10 upon 100 into x, 0 and 0 cancel out, so 11x upon 10 is the selling price when the profit is 10%. So let it be equation 1. Now if it is given that if it purchased 5% less, means if cost price is 5% less, then he could have a gain of how many percent? 25%. Okay, so now to find selling price in that percentage of gain, here what we trying to do in this particular question, what we are trying to do, we first find the selling price when the profit is 10%, and then we find the selling price when the profit is 25%, and then we subtract these two selling price and put them equal to rupees 56. Why rupees 56? Because it is given if it is sold with 56 rupees more, means the difference between these two selling price will equal to 56, and when we solve that equation we will get the value of x, which is the cost price of toaster. So in order to find the selling price when the gain is 25%, first we need to calculate the cost price. Now the new cost price is 5% less than old cost price. So old cost price was x, and less than means minus. How many percent? 5% of x. So you need to find this, which is x minus 5 upon 100 into x. Okay, now you cancel 5 ones are and 5 2s are, so it will be x minus x upon 20. Take the LCM as 20, you will get 20x minus x, which is equal to 19x upon 20. So new cost price is 19x upon 20. Okay, now we will find the selling price when the new cost price is this and the gain is 25%. So now selling price when gain is 25 and cost price is this, we use the formula and put all the values. Now we will cancel 5 4s are 5 2s are and 5 5s, then 25 1s are and 25 4s are. So selling price is 19x upon 4 into 4, 16. Let it be equation 2. Now difference between these two selling price will equal to rupees 50. So I have written over there difference between these two selling price is 56. So equation 2 minus equation 1 is 56. Equation 2 is this and 1 is 11x upon 10. Then we took the LCM of 16 and 10, which comes out to be 80. Then in 16 5s are 80, so its numerator is multiplied by 5, and 10 8s are 80, so its numerator is multiplied with 8. When it is multiplied with 8, it will get 95x and it is get 88x. Now 88 goes from 95, we get 7x upon 80. So we get 7x upon 80 is equal to 56, or 7 upon 80 move from here to there becomes 80 upon 7. Then we cancel 7 1s are 7 8s are 8 8s are 64 and the 0. So the x is the cost price of toaster. So cost price of toaster is rupees 640, and it is your answer. Now the homework in this section will be question number 20. It is for homework. Now now we move towards the exercise 7C, and before solving some questions of exercise 7C, we need to discuss the topic discount, tax, and we will see some formulas of it. So let's move towards it. Okay, so see discount. Before discussing discount, let us first understand what is MP or LP. MP means marked price and LP means list price. Means the price marked on an article is called marked price or list price. Marked on an item, suppose this pen, suppose it is marked rupees 5. So rupees 5 will be its list price or marked price. When you are going in a shopping center, you have seen a tag is attached to each item. so that the cost on the tag which is written is called list price or marked price. Both are same. Okay, both are same. So the price marked on an article is called marked price or list price. Now what is discount? Discount is a rebate. Rebate means छूट. ठीक है, रिबेट मीन्स जो आपको एडिशनल एक बेनिफिट मिलता है कि इस इतने % आपको इसमें माफ कर दिया जाएगा. ठीक है, दैट इज कॉल्ड रिबेट. तो रिबेट ऑन मार्क्ड प्राइस और लिस्ट प्राइस इज कॉल्ड डिस्काउंट. Now discount is reckoned on marked price or list price. We always apply the discount on marked price or list price. So now we will see the first formula. Selling price is equal to marked price minus discount or list price minus discount. Both are same. MP and LP both are same. So if discount is given and marked price is given, to find its selling price you will use the formula marked price minus discount. And if discount percentage is given, then you will use the formula 1 minus D upon 100 into MP, where D is the discount percent. Suppose it is given 20% discount, so you will use this formula 1 minus 20 upon 100 into MP. Then the third formula is single equivalent discount for successive discount D1 and D2. It is asked in the question to find a single discount which is equivalent to two given discount. When such type of question is given to you, you will use the formula D1 plus D2 minus D1 into D2 upon 100, and you need to learn all the formula. Now we will proceed towards the next section, which is tax. Now tax. Tax is what? Tax is a contribution by us towards our government. The money, the additional money that we are giving to the government in order to pay our contribution towards our country. If you are using road, you are giving road tax or goods and services tax, GST. These all the kind of tax. We are not talking about the kind of tax. It is the additional money just added to the cost of goods and services is called tax. So tax is always added while discount is always subtracted. These two things you need to remember. Discount is always subtracted. If something is given, someone is given you discount, it means you need to subtract it from the list price or the marked price. Okay, but if in order to give a tax to the government, you will add the amount percentage of tax to the something. Suppose it is given that this is of 100 rupees and you need to give 10% additional tax, then 10% of 100 will be 10, so you need to pay 110 for this. Okay, so for giving tax you need to add tax in the list price or cost price or the marked price, but in order to get a discount you will subtract it from the list price or marked price. Now just solve starting question of exercise 7C. Let us read question number 1 of exercise 7C. It is given the marked price of a refrigerator is 16,450. The shopkeeper offers an off-season discount of 16% on it. Find its selling price. Marked price of a fridge is given, discount percentage is given, and they are asking selling price. So we will use the formula 2. Selling price is 1 minus discount upon 100 into marked price when discount percentage is given. So we will write 16 in place of discount and 16,450 in place of marked price. Cancel it with the table of 2 and 2 again, and then it comes out to be 4 upon 25. Here nothing is there, so 1 will be there, so LCM of 1 and 25 will be 25. And then in the table of 1 we'll take it comes 25 how many times? 25 times, so its numerator is multiplied with 25, and 25 ones are, so its numerator is multiplied with 1. I hope everyone know how to take LCM and solve this fraction. Then we will solve it, and when you will solve you will get the value as 13,818. So you can see when you get a discount, the selling price is always less than marked price because you subtract from it. Okay, so you have to pay now for television this amount to purchase the television. Now let us move towards the next question, which is question number 2. So now let us read question number 2. The price of a sweater was slashed down by a shopkeeper from rupees 850 to rupees 731. The price of a sweater was slashed down means decreased from 850 to 735. Shopkeeper is giving some discount. Before discount the sweater was rupees 850 and after discount it is of rupees 731. Find the rate of discount by him. Then it is asked find out the rate of discount, mean discount percentage. How many percentage of discount is given to by the shopkeeper. So we will use again formula number 2, that selling price is equal to 1 minus discount upon 100 into marked price. So we put the value. Selling price is 731. Discount percentage we do not know, so it is D. And the marked price is 850. Then it is solved. 1 is multiplied by 850. Then D upon 100 is multiplied by 850. When we open the bracket, both the numbers will multiply 850. So 0 is cancelled with 0, and 5 2s are, 5 1s are, and 5 7s are. So we get 850 minus 17 upon 2D is equal to 731. Okay, now which is bigger? 850 is bigger, so we'll move 7 upon 2D from here to this side, and it will become positive, from negative to positive. 850 is still there, and 730 will move from here to there, become minus 731. When you will subtract 731 from 850, you will get 119. Then the value of D will be 119 into 17 upon 2. When moved from here to there, becomes 2 upon 17. Now 17 1s are, 17 7s are. So when you multiply 7 and 2, you will get 14. So discount is 14%. Means rate of discount is, you will write rate of discount is 14%, and that is your answer. Now homework under this section will be question number 3. Okay, now we will read. Okay, suppose will not read question number 3 because it is homework for you. You will read and solve it. Now it is all for today. Next we will solve the remaining question in the next video. Have a nice day everyone.